All right, hey guys, it is Subaki Swag, and I'm coming to you with my review of Nanatsu no Taizai episode 18 with my life. And this, I was slightly saddened because we didn't see anything with Hendrickson and Arthur in this episode, but this episode was actually pretty dope if you think about it. We see, like, it picks up where the last one left off at, where Deanne saves Zeal, and Eula and Hauser come to the Seven Deadly Sins side to fight against the Holy Knights because they finally see that the Holy Knights are really corrupted, especially Helbram and Dreyfus. Jericho is pretty much just in it because she wants to get her revenge on Bond, but that's neither here nor there. So they are pretty much they have to fight Gil Thunder, Dreyfus, Helbram, and Jericho. Just like Eula and Hauser by themselves have to fight a Great Holy Knight, a General, and a Diamond Holy Knight. So yeah, their chances of winning, even Hauser said, their chances of winning were 0 against them. So he started fighting and everything. We see Gauther, he senses the immense power of Hauser and Eula's skills together, because Hauser makes a tornado and Eula sends her fire into it, her bombs into it, which causes a fiery cyclone, and it literally doesn't do anything to them. It messes up Jericho. Jericho's down, but it doesn't do anything to Helbram. Gil Thunder completely dodged it, and Dreyfus didn't even have a scratch. So yeah, it was pretty bad. But right when they were about to get attacked, Gauther came from nowhere and saved Eula. So they went back down there, and Gauther started fighting Dreyfus. Hauser was holding off Gil Thunder, and Helbram was just kind of standing there watching. Jericho was still, like I said, out. She was knocked out from that attack. And by the way, did anybody else notice that she didn't have on any pants after the attack? You could just see her undies. But so Hauser was holding off Gil Thunder, and Gauther was going against Dreyfus. And Dreyfus, he is a pretty, I can see why he is a great Holy Knight, because he is pretty OP. And Gauther was pretty much, he used his mind manipulation to overcome Dreyfus. And pretty much Dreyfus, before Gauther could even get a word out, he already knows who Gauther is. So he put a huge hole in Gauther's chest, and Gauther literally punched the shit out of Dreyfus, put a crater in his armor, and Hauser couldn't even lay a hit on, couldn't even put a scratch on him. So that's saying a whole lot, considering that he had this ginormous hole in his body. So Gauther used this opportunity. I think that was pretty much, I want to say that was pretty much him playing with his mind, but he went into his memories, and you see Dreyfus when he was young. You see little young Hendrickson, and they're all hanging out in the kingdom. This was before the Holy War even started, and then they were having lunch with Meliodas. And please, can somebody explain to me why Meliodas was eating little baby hawks, and why Dreyfus's wife was cutting up hawks, and just why was Hawk even needed in the imagination of Dreyfus? Because I don't even think Dreyfus knows who Hawk is. So Hawk was being eaten by Meliodas. He was being cut up by Dreyfus's wife, and it was a whole lot going on. You see little baby Grimoire. He's so cute. When he was little, you wouldn't think that he'd be this big muscular man that gets killed later on. But other than that, we also see Elizabeth and Hawk are walking around in the dungeon, in the jail, trying to figure out how to get out. And Elizabeth comes across her older sister, and Margaret. Yes, Margaret. She comes across her older sister, and Margaret, she's talking to her, trying to figure out how to get them out. And the Holy Knight pops up again, the teleporting one pops up again, and Hawk tries to defend Elizabeth, and I didn't even know Hawk had special moves until the last episode, but she flipped out because she said she doesn't like pigs, and she sent him to this, it looks like another dimension, but it also looks like the little swirl that you see at the end of the opening credits. Yeah, you see it at the end of the opening credits right before they cut off. So I think that place is of significance. It will be of significance to this arc. So after that, while all that happened, when she sent him away, she knocked out Elizabeth and she let Margaret out. And right before that, Margaret told Elizabeth that, well, pretty much not to worry about her. And the Holy Knight tells Elizabeth that she volunteered to be imprisoned. And then you hear her say to Margaret when she lets her out that you can go wherever you want to go, but that's only if you're willing to abandon him. I don't know who him is. I don't know. I'm almost positive it's not her father, because her father, he looked like he had died. And then from from Dreyfus's nightmare that Gowther put into his mind, it looks like Elizabeth's father was killed. Like he's dead. And that looked like some Grudge type shit, I have to say. Like it was rather creepy. I would have freaked out if I saw that in my nightmare. But Dreyfus looked like he was going insane, and Gowther was like, well, I won't be coming back. I'm gonna leave you here. You will never leave this nightmare, blah blah blah. And then he senses somebody, and Gowther gets stabbed in the chest. And they said that as soon as Gowther touched him, he was stabbed by Dreyfus. And Dreyfus was like, well, now you're the one you're not gonna come back from this sleep, blah blah blah. And then Dreyfus couldn't even hold himself up because Gowther actually did do some damage on him. And Gil Thunder was finished playing with Hauser and went to like help Dreyfus away. So Dreyfus and Gil Thunder left, and Helbrim decided that he was going to show his true form, which means that he was actually a fairy. And it turns out that he was one of the fairies that lived in the sacred tree with King and Elaine and everybody. So he became a holy knight. He became a corrupted holy knight, and now it looks like him and King are about to fight. So we saw his true form, and that explains why he shapeshifts and everything like King does. And it's just, Helbrim just makes me so freaking angry. And it's because he's just so, why is he so corrupted? I don't understand. And it was just like that whole part of the episode just angered me. He pretty much said that he was going to kill Deanne. He stabbed her again in the stomach. So Deanne is down for the count, and King pops up, and he looks like he was about to go the fuck in. He started punching Hauser, and it fucked up his hand, and he was like, why didn't you protect her, blah, blah, blah. So then him and Helbrim started fighting, and King was pretty much taking all of Helbrim's blows. And it turns out that he was taking all of his blows so that way he could save Deanne. He was using all of his power to pretty much put Deanne in I want to call it a Borg, like from Maggie. He put her in a Borg to save her from Helbrim's hits, because he was literally about to obliterate her. So King looks like he is about to go the fuck off next episode. I'm so looking forward to it. We finally get to see King's true form, which is awesome, because now he has so much pent-up aggression, and Helbrim was trying to kill his love. Yeah, King is about to go the fuck off next week. So looking forward to it, and I'm just happy that Gila and Hauser stood their ground, and now they really know how fucked up the kingdom really is, because Helbrim was willing to kill every citizen within the vicinity of his death magic without any care in the world, just to take them out. He was even about to kill Jericho, and Jericho was actually on his side. So that just gives me more of a reason to hate Helbrim. Helbrim can go to hell for all I care. That's just me. But yeah, next week's episode looks like it's going to be pretty dope. And then hopefully we get to see the fight between Arthur and Hendrickson. It looks like it's going to be awesome. So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot, and I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about the way things turned out? What do you think is going to happen between the fight between King and Helbrim? What do you think their promise was that they made? Because in this episode they showed, I think that Helbrim was the one who killed all of the fairies. Well, I mean, except for his sister, of course. But I think he was the one who killed all the fairies, and when King came back to check on them, he cut King in the stomach and King like fell to his death, and that was the end of the episode. So yeah. And I'm so looking forward to next week's episode. It looks like it's going to be so freaking interesting. But as always, this is Super Swag saying adios.